big bit, medium bit? A little bit.
Granny crafting
Okay.
is big in Seattle, but it hasn't caught on everywhere. Cal
Interesting.
Raleigh is big in Seattle, but he hasn't caught on everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
His hype between the people who are in the know and in the West Coast, and more importantly in Seattle, is huge. But the masses, the media, don't know about him yet. And
The,
now, granny crafting, I know you're wondering what it
yeah.
is. It's when young Seattleites take on hobbies associated with things their grandma did, like
Okay.
knitting,
Yeah.
crochet, sewing.
Yep.
And what Cal Raleigh's doing is he is taking on historic stats associated with the greatest players of all time. You were on here 2 weeks ago. I was dismissing him, even though I
Mm-hmm.
knew he was good. But he just keeps getting better and better. And then the names Griffey, Johnny Bench, Mickey Mantle. So, my question, Big Ben, why
Yes.
has the Cal Raleigh craze not caught on with the masses?
Well, it's like a wave, right? Like the wave's got to start somewhere, and the wave is the Pac Northwest. Cal Raleigh signed a $110 million deal, and you kind of sat there for a catcher. That's a lot of money, but the guy is nuts, crazy good, loves the game, works his tail off, and I think catches more than any other catcher in the league. But he's a catcher. He just like most people don't know who Salvador Perez is, but he's been the greatest catcher for the last decade. He's a catcher. That's why you don't listen. But but I did hear on the broadcast today, which was not our broadcast, not at Root Sports or MVP conversation. Look at the
Absolutely.
stats.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And someone said no one does more for their team than Cal Raleigh. And they're absolutely right.
Well, if you
Cal,
think of what Jokic did or has done to his team, he's elevated the play of the franchise and everyone else. Cal Raleigh's done that as well. Like if you look at all the other, like Judge, yes, he's having a great year like usual, but he has a better supporting staff
mm-hmm,
around him, better hitters from top to bottom. Like most valuable player in the league and to his team right now has to be Cal Raleigh.
agreed. And not only that, look at the impact it has on the pitchers, right? You go out there with more confidence. You got guys spotting pitches. Cal's one of the best in the game. So just think about the impact, not just hitting, not just defensively, but also to the pitchers coming out. I mean, go back to last year, we had the best starting five in the league. And a lot of that, or not a huge part, but a part of it had to do with Cal Raleigh beyond the plate. MVP candidate for sure. The wave will hit All-Star game, all
It should.
home run derby, maybe,
Yeah. So this
maybe.
will be his first All-Star game, which I mean, it doesn't even the K-Win jinx can't even jinx him at this point. He's gonna make the All-Star game, and then I think he's got to do the home run derby too.
You
Like,
do.
get on center stage, show everyone who you are, and just put on a show.
His nickname is the Big Dumper. I mean, everyone needs to know that across the country. And then MVP votes go up, just fandom goes up. Cal's a great guy.
I was thinking about this. Why the craze hasn't caught on? There's several reasons. Like one, he doesn't play in a big media market like
No,
New York, Boston, LA, San Francisco,
Chicago.
Oregon, Chicago. So he gets overlooked and he doesn't get the highlights and the packages that he deserves. He also doesn't have the physique, right? Like when you think of a home run hitting player, you think of Aaron Judge or Stanton or even Shohei Ohtani from some respect. And then he also doesn't have the flair. Like he's not
No,
loud with his body language or hitting a home run like
he
Acuna or
sprints
Bryce
to first.
Harper. And he also needs to get in the postseason and produce a little bit. And it's all of those things. I don't think it will all happen at once, but slowly but surely, I think he'll start ticking, and more people will start to recognize his talent and what he means to Major League Baseball. Because what he's doing is unbelievable.
It's
Like
nuts.
if we go
Bananas.
through this, I got three things. He has the all-time record for most home runs by a switch hitter before All-Star break. And that includes the great Mickey Mantle, Bye-Bye Berkman, and I think Jose Ramirez of the Indians. He has more home runs at All-Star break than the great Johnny Bench, who's a Hall of Fame catcher, Salvi Perez, I think he hit 48 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Raleigh's on base for 66. And he's the fastest player since Barry Bonds. That's right. Barry Bonds and Cal are in the same sentence. And Luis Gonzalez to get to 30 home runs. He did it in 65 games. Think of those stats and those people that I just mentioned in company with Cal Raleigh.
And here's the thing, too. It's going to get easier to hit in Seattle, too. It's warming up. Things are going to get easier. It's just a catcher. I think the longevity. Someone also said Mike Piazza the best hitting catcher there's ever been in the game. But Mike Piazza wasn't a very good catcher.
Right.
I mean, just to see what Cal's done, and people sees both sides. He's living up to the $110 million deal that he signed this offseason. So Seattle
overproducing on that deal.
Oh, yes.
Let's be honest.
Give him more money.
Too. The reason why people, especially the female fans, talk about Buster Posey and Joe Mauer is because everyone's like, oh, those are good-looking catchers. Even Pudge Rodriguez. I mean, Cal, he doesn't look like Buster Posey or Joe Mauer. His body type isn't like Stanton or Judge. He doesn't have the flair or the nickname. He goes about it in a different way, and it shouldn't matter because he's great, and you can't deny his greatness.
Boom. Love it. Where are we going to next?
I want to talk a little bit about his home and away splits.
Oh, my goodness. You love Cal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he hit a home run tonight as of this podcasting. So that's 4 straight games. He's at 32 now. His home and away splits, he's got 18 home runs on the road, 14 at home. His batting average, OPS, on base percentage, everything is up on the road. Do you think he's married?
Oh,
you have a little fun on the
nice
road?
theory. Easy,
Yeah.
Easy. No, maybe less distractions. Yes.
Okay.
May sleep a little bit longer. No, I think he's an honest man. That guy, he's an honest man.
I'm just wondering, maybe he's work hard, play hard.
No. It's tough
hit home runs.
It's tough to hit in Seattle during the months of April and May. Very hard to hit in Seattle. The marine layer, or whatever you want to say, dense fog. But Cal's just impressive, outright impressive. And I hope he keeps it up, just so we can look back and not necessarily but rewrite the record books a little bit more, because the Mariners are going to need eke every home run out of him they possibly can.
Yeah. My only concern is who Polanco's hitting behind him, and then Randy Rosarina after him. I'm just wondering why they're still pitching to him.
I am too.
I don't know why you pitched to him.
I have no idea. Somewhat. You look at the Mariners lineup, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a little scary-ish.
Yeah.
And then 5 through 9, it's just so pitch around Cal as much as you feasibly can at this point. Because you got nothing behind him.
No, I know. I'm from the Bay Area, as many of you know, and they say you got to maximize Steph's prime. You got to maximize Cal's prime.
You do.
I need to see some trades. I need to see some moves. We got to make the most of this for all my Seattle fans up there, my second home. But my current home is in LA. That's why I'm wearing this Lakers hat.
You haven't been here in 7 years.
I came up 3 months ago to visit you in March.
Oh, you did.
We had burritos and tacos. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and Winn. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. If you're watching this live, drop your comments below. If you check us out sometime later on demand, watch your comment. You don't have to watch your comments, but you should drop your comments below. More of an audio podcast person, download, listen, subscribe anywhere you get your 5-star podcast, which is our podcast. I'm a little distracted right now because I keep thinking of Cal Raleigh home runs. We already talked about Cal Raleigh, talk NBA Finals, maybe NBA Draft, and we're going to talk about the College World Series. I'm K-Win. He's Big Ben. I'm still a little out of sorts from Omaha.
Jeez. How was Omaha?
Amazing.
Really? Highlight, low light.
LSU, best college baseball team. LSU fans, best college fans. Doesn't matter the year. Every year, each year. They were great. It was purple and yellow all throughout. And I found out LSU's 11-hour drive, 3-hour flight. They come every year whether the Tigers make it or not. So they always have the contingent. They always have the people. Very knowledgeable. We sat in the outfield. This guy was telling us about the left fielders from West Covina. He's going to be the next great LSU baseball player. Baton Rouge, day games. Oh, I can't wait to go to Baton Rouge. He said, hey, don't go on a day game. Even if it's good tickets, you're going to fry. It's got to be a night game. And you got to show up at 9 a.m. in Baton Rouge for a game. He said the tailgate party is unbelievable. The experience, the fans. I loved it from seeing it from baseball. I can only imagine their home field in football, what it's like. Oh, he had an interesting take on Brian Kelly. He's like, yeah, he's good for right now, but a couple years we'll move off of him. All right.
Yes. He's done his stint. He's eked every 5-star recruit he can possibly eke out of the southeast, and he's gone. Tell me what's the low light then? What
the low light? Two things. The heat. Like we're talking 99, 100 degrees. I can't take the heat. It was so hot and sweaty and just like kind of defeating in a way.
Yeah.
Because our seats were out in the sun, and then we just had to literally go hang out in the shade and come back. There are water stations where you fill up water, but it was so windy that the wind would like keep it running like a sprinkler, and you just kind of run in and get wet like your little kid and run out. So it's actually a highlight because I got to go run in some water.
Yeah. Like you're a kid again. Yeah. So trip was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You do it again.
Yeah.
You win in a Coastal Carolina fan and came out an LSU fan.
Yeah.
Fair assessment. And you know what might have happened? A lot of people went into the finals game 7 as Pacers fans and come out as we'll see what happens next year.
That's fair.
I did not see the injury. Did you?
I didn't. I was flying home. No Wi-Fi. We talk about tier 3 cities. You're flying out of one. You got no Wi-Fi. I'm like, what am I going to do the whole flight? I read a book, but I couldn't figure out like how to follow the game. And then I got home. And I wanted to watch it on my own. I didn't want someone else to break the news to me, so then it took me a while to catch up. But Halliburton, I guess, got hurt in the first quarter.
First quarter.
Pacers still were in it. They're winning a half.
Well, you know that little shock that happens to you after something, you break a leg or something like that, and you're like, you don't have any pain.
Yeah.
That's what happened to the Pacers. They're like, okay, we're still okay with T.J. McConnell and a hodgepodge of pieces, but come third quarter, game over. It was Thunder all-timer team. Do you still believe they're an all-timer team? Even with what happened to Halliburton?
All-time defensive team, not a top 10 all-time championship team.
No. I'm not talking all. But in the case of 68 wins, MVP, we talked about this. Like, it's got to be in the discussion. Or is it not in the discussion due to the fact that Halliburton got hurt?
I don't think it's due. Well, yeah, it probably is due to the fact that Halliburton got hurt. But I was going back and watching some stuff, trying to get caught up on it, and they had 9 games this postseason when they shot I think either 30% or less from 3-point land, and they did have a great player, first team all league, an NBA star, and great defense. And that was good enough.
It was.
And the NBA has changed in that it's all about draft, players, and depth. And that's what OKC has right now. Like, they changed it. I don't know if it's the first apron or the second apron, but you can't stack these superstars.
Right.
That's where there's all these trades. So maybe this is the new normal, right? And we're going to see a lot more parity and small market teams win because the NBA is headed that way with how they restructured the CBA.
Yep. And then no one's better equipped than Oklahoma City to do it, right? Like, they talked about a dynasty. Chet's just going to get bigger, better, not bigger. Well, physically bigger and better. Jalen's good. SGA's the MVP.
27, 24, 23. Shea's 27. Jalen's 24. Chet's 23.
Wow. You got 6
You could say years. This could be the worst. The 3 of those are going to be over the next 3 years, which is very scary that they may have won a title in one of their worst years together collectively. That's the scary part. That's the reframe.
And we talked about this. Like, you look at the only thing, if they were in the Eastern Conference, that team, I mean, they'd punch their ticket the next probably 4 out of the 6 years at a minimum.
Yeah.
The West is tough. But like you said, trades are happening. Durant's gone.
He gone.
Like Giannis, he might be gone.
Yeah, we'll see.
Pretty soon. I mean, it's just the continuity's there, and I think that, like you said, they're set up. What would you say? 23, 25, and 27.
23, 24, 27.
Yeah, dude, that's
and they
good.
have 2 draft picks this year, and their first round draft pick I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Nikola Topic. He was a top 15-ish pick, only because he got hurt before the draft. Before he got hurt, he was a top 5 pick. So if that guy slides in and you got 4 of these studs in a controlled contract, look out for OKC.
Repeat or the field?
Maybe. Well, here's my take.
Give me your take.
In the East, I like the Magic and I like the Pistons because Tatum's hurt. The Celtics, I don't think, will be recovered. There's new ownership. I think they're going to move off a couple big contracts. The Celtics aren't going to be the same. Halliburton, Achilles injury, I don't know when he's going to come back, so we'll see on that. So I like the Pistons and I like the Magic. In the West, OKC's got to be the favorite. I'm not sold on KD. We'll get to that in a little bit. I would either go Jokic. They could make a couple moves.
Yeah.
I still think he's the best player. Or here's the flyer. I know people are going to hate this and hate me for saying this, but the Dallas Mavericks, if you want to, they're like 20-1. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but if
just say they're going to win it. Just say they're going to win it.
I would put some money on the Mavericks to win it.
You would put some money
Kyrie's
on.
coming back in January. They got Cooper Flag. Clay can shoot that thing. They got AD. They got defense. Christie's better than people thought. Long shot. That's my long shot.
You're actually, now that I just realized this, you're wearing the Lakers hat. I got you. Well done. I'd put some money on the Mavs. I'm with you on that. Stability, I think, is what you're looking at year over year. Like, it's hard to win when you're trying to put together 6 to 7 players like the Lakers have done as of late, or even the Clippers have a little, but it just doesn't work. The Thunder have been there for what? Well, Chet was drafted in 22, so 3 years.
Yeah, this is Jalen's 3rd year. This is Chet's
3rd
year, I think. Third year, something like that. Yeah.
Could have injured that first year. All right, what do we got? Draft.
What about KD?
KD, yeah. Rockets red.
Yeah, I looked.
So where? Wait, hold on. Can we do he's officially the Carmen Sandiego of basketball because he's been where? Seattle,
yeah.
OKC,
yeah,
Golden State,
Brooklyn,
Phoenix,
Houston,
and
he still might go on a little bit more after that. We'll see how this Houston thing turns out. On paper, the trade looks great, but that's why you have to play the game. I think they have the 4th best odds, according to Vegas, to win a title. But a lot of players or superstars that go to their first team or a new team, they don't always win it in their first year. So I wouldn't put money on Houston.
No.
They got to figure out the system. They have to figure out how they play together. They have to grow. They've got to lose together. I still think Houston's a couple years away. They definitely can get to the second round and to the Western Conference Finals, but I don't think they're going to win it next year.
I don't think so either. Them and Alpin run. I mean, they're in the West. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's just not. It's not. The Phoenix Suns got probably the best deal they could have gotten. Yeah. How long was he on the block? Durant was on the block for what?
I think ever since All-Star break, when there's rumors he's going back to Golden State, and he's like, whoa, you want to trade me? I got to pick my destination. So I think he's been on the block since like February.
But he is so ball dominant. He needs the ball more than probably anyone in the game that I've seen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's
in the offense should go through Şengün.
It should. Absolutely. Şengün's a little off on the offensive end. He's not the most polished. I mean,
We'll
Hey,
see.
it puts butts in seats. Let's be
It
honest.
does.
It puts butts in seats.
It gives Katie a better chance to win than in Phoenix because Phoenix didn't really have the
No,
owner, the infrastructure, or the talent around him. Now he's got a great coach. They've got an all-star in the middle. They've
yeah,
got Thompson, who's probably going to ascend into an all-star. Fred Van Fleet. I mean, it's a great trade for Houston.
agreed.
The ironic part about the Halliburton, I heard this take, is do you remember when KD and the Warriors were on the run before KD was a free agent and then he hurt his calf and then he got better and then played against the Raptors and then hurt his Achilles and then missed the series against the Raptors? A take, I think it was Bill Simmons said this. I mean, it's possible that Halliburton's calf injury and he didn't get healed in time resulted into this Achilles injury because it's similar to what happened to KD.
Right.
But I don't know how you go around it because I'm sure he wanted to play. It's just unfortunate that these injuries came so close and it probably caused the second injury, which is going to cause him to miss some time next year.
Yeah. I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Right?
If you don't play, you're like, that guy's
Yeah,
soft.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you do, you go kill it. I mean, it is what it is. Draft.
Yeah. This draft is a snoozer.
Snooze.
It's Cooper Flag, and then
they were advertising the two kids from Rutgers that are like, oh, these are franchise making guards. It's like, what?
They didn't even make the NCAA tournament.
You know what? I want to
Two top 3 picks on the same team, and you can't even make the NCAA tournament.
I want international prospects. I want some guy to tell me all about the international prospects. That's really what my intrigue is, because a lot of times those guys end up in. Not all of them. Some of them are like 15 playing in Australia, but I mean that's more intriguing to me than staring at. You're right. Two guys that couldn't get their own team to an NCAA tournament when they're in Ace Bailey's. Do you see that he didn't want to go, or he what do you say? I'm not going to go visit the Sixers. I don't want to go there. Yeah. He's pulling.
Isn't it slotted still where you can make more money if you're the 3rd pick than the 4th or 5th?
I believe so.
So he just cost himself some money.
That
doesn't make any
really
sense.
Doesn't like Philly.
Yeah.
Will you watch it though? Will you watch the draft?
No.
I won't either. I will not watch it.
Let's see. The Jazz have 4 picks. Nets have 4 picks. OKC's got 2 in the first round. Spurs have 2. I'm interested to see what the Spurs do and what OKC does. I think how they both complement Wemby and Stephen Castle on the Spurs side, and then how they complement the big 3 on OKC. Or if OKC is going to, there's rumors that they may trade the pick. They may trade Lou Dort for more flexibility because I think you got to sign Chet next.
Yeah. I think there's going to be trades on top of trades on top of trades. I mean, people are, would they send 5 second-round draft picks in the Durant deal? It's ridiculous. People lose track of what picks they have.
Yeah.
Too many trades.
The Suns have so many shooting guards. They have more shooting guards than Cleveland has quarterbacks. You think of the Browns and all the quarterbacks the Suns have Derek Brooks. What's his name? Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Devin
Bradley
Booker,
Beal.
Grayson Allen, and Bradley Beal. That's 5 2 guards.
And point guard, PG.
And they have the 10th overall pick, so they've got to make a couple moves. I don't think they have anything but 2 guards. Now would be a good time for me and you to come out of retirement. I might get a shot at point. You could be a stretch 4. Let's go to Phoenix.
You know, have you ever played the game Catan?
Yeah.
Where you hoard all the brick at the end of the game so no one else can build roads. The Phoenix Suns are hoarding all the shooting guards in the NBA so that no one can have any. Oh, all right. We out of here?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Do I have anything on Cal Raleigh? Oh, yeah. I mean,
You got more on Raleigh?
3 weeks until the All-Star break. He's got 32 home runs. Barry Bonds had 39. So he's got 20 games to get 8 more home runs. And here's the thing. There's 13 games on the road. So you know he's going to slay it on the road. Hit some homers. He's a road dog.
I love it.
But my worry about Cal He's
Quit talking about Cal. You're going to jinx him.
Someone inside his inner circle.
You're going to jinx him.
Or his agent. I know Seattle people won't like this take. Are going to be like, hey, Cal, guess how many more home runs you'd hit on the road? If that road was your home team, you should get out of Seattle. Ball doesn't fly. You need to show some love and appreciation.
All right, you were great on Cal until this last bit.
Luka got traded. He was on contract. Rafael Devers got traded in year 3 of his contract. I'm just saying, you better be nice to Cal.
Our best prospect in AAA is Harry Ford, and he is a what? Catcher. Harry Ford will leave town long before Cal will ever sniff leaving for Seattle. Okay. All right, at Big Ben Kwin _ wherever you're getting your social media. That's Threads, Instagram, TikTok. Where else are we at?
We're
Facebook,
on X, wherever.
X, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Remember, like us 5-star, leave some comments, review, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, everywhere you get your podcasts.
Yeah, and if you're down at Pike Market, thread count has gone up because all of these granny crafting, and on social media, #needlepoint, because people are granny crafting. These Seattleites are granny crafting. When are you going to start crocheting?
I will. I'll start.
Yeah. Make a sign. Please stay, Cal. Boom.
Bo.